bum, but at this point I call that history. Fuck around and grill a pig like some rotisserie. Give a fuck about who you think you is, don't trust the industry. Why you wanna be my enemy? You should really let me be, cause really you can't fuck with me. Nah, you can't fuck with me, little bitch. And yes, I took my heat. Yes, I love to redo, that made me L-A-M-E or W-I-S-E. My third eye open, I can see. Must protect my inner peace. No response, I can't give you my energy. I don't follow trends, cause bitch, I'ma just.
Okay, so I have a connective message for you guys today. What Spirit wanted me to kind of talk about was basically these divine unions. There's a lot of divine unions coming, merging with each other at this time, and I know that it is solely like for a purpose or a reason. Spirit is like needing for a lot of these connections to take place because you guys are going to be basically like teaching the youth and teaching the generations about a lot of different things, and a lot of these connections and divine unions are going to be waking up a lot of like these soul tribes and different things like that. It's like kind of like activation within yourself so that you can then activate the energy like within the rest of the world as well. Another thing that basically Spirit wanted me to kind of like tap into or talk about was these karmic relationships and knowing the difference and how to basically tell whether you're in like a karmic cycle or not. A lot of time with these karmic relationships or karmic people that is in your life, they are here to like teach you lessons and certain things, and once you get to the point where you are no longer wanting to learn that lesson, or when you are kind of like ignoring the fact that you need to learn the lesson, a lot of times you will repeat certain cycles until Spirit feels like you have learned that, or until you actually like, you know, have learned the energy or learn how to basically decipher the energy and like, you know, tell when you are in a loop and when someone does kind of like have you in the same type of energy and they're not growing or changing. It seems like you're evolving but they're not evolving with you type of vibes. And so Spirit is just wanting you to be mindful and know and be able to like tell when you are kind of like in that karmic type of energy or just cycle with a person. A person could be karmic due to like the toxic energy within themselves as well, and they could be like kind of like projecting onto you, or in a way forcing or putting you into a karmic type of energy as well, because it's like they're not healed and it's like they're bleeding all on you and you're trying to heal, and in the process of you trying to heal, it's hard to do that because you're kind of like giving all of your energy to this person or these people in a sense. And karmic energy or karmic relationships can be in the form of family, it can be in the form of friends, or it can be in the form of relationship. Like, it does not have to solely just be relationship ties. Like, you can have karmic family members and you can also have karmic friends as well. And a download, I received a couple of downloads. The first one I have received was that someone like loves you. So someone wants you to know at this time that they love you. I was picking up on masculine energy from this, so it could be someone's divine masculine coming through at this time, like wanting you to know that like they love you or whatever. And for my masculines, there could be like a divine feminine at this time coming through, wanting you to know that they love you. But I was picking up masculine energy. This feminine could honestly be in her masculine energy as well. You know, sometimes feminists tend to operate out of their masculine energy, especially when they are the like sole provider or the one who has to like take charge and lead within their life. And a lot of times like they're in this type of masculine energy without them being aware of it. Also, there was a grandmother figure coming through as well. There was someone grandmother coming through and wanting you to know that she is protecting you at this time and that things are going to like shift and turn around for you for the better. So if anyone has recently lost a grandmother, or this could be a distant grandmother as well, somewhere down like the timeline, this person could be coming through for you and wanting you to know that you are heavily protected and connected as well. They want you to know that you're connected. Also, I had got a download of someone wanting a one-night stand. I don't know why that needed to come through, but yeah, I got it and I decided to write it down and just share it for whoever that is for. Also, telepathic communication as well. They wanted me to talk about the in-depths of telepathic communication and like kind of like how it works. So when it comes to telepathic communication, it is basically you being able to tap into another person's mind and know what it is that they are thinking or wanting as well. And a lot of times, if that person is able to do the same, you can then create this form of telepathic communication, meaning that you don't need to reach out and like text this person, or y'all don't have to be having a face-to-face conversation or over the phone conversation in order for you guys to communicate with each other. It can be through the form of the mental state as well. And so I feel like at this time a lot of these unions are it's more on the 5D than it is on the 3D, like it's happening on the 5D. But with that being said, anything that first formed on the 5th dimension will soon enter to the 3D, but it has to first take place on the spiritual realm as well. So I feel like that's what's going on. That is what's going on at this time. They also wanted me to speak on how like there are a lot of spirit babies at this time getting ready to be born. Y'all, I don't know why I do that with my nails. I feel like when I'm chilling with my hands, like I tend to like touch my hands a lot or just fidget. Don't mind me, but I don't know. Somebody was like, yeah, see that telepathic communication. Someone said something, but yeah. Basically, spirit babies are coming through at this time, and it is for a reason. I feel that a lot of these babies have to be born because this is the new wave of generation that is meant to come in to like help us during this shift and help teach us different things that like we are needing to know at this time as well. They also wanted me to focus on the movie Divergent. I actually watched this movie last night and I got a couple of downloads from it, and I wanted to just share what I feel that is important from that movie that I picked up. One of the things that I noticed was that in the beginning of the movie, she basically took a test, and with this test, she it was inconclusive, meaning that they were not able to determine which category that she fell into. And because of this, she would be considered like a threat to the system. And they consider these people to be divergent, people that is going to eventually disturb the system, or they are basically unbreakable. Like they don't break due to fear, and their brain is manipulated. Their brain is wired. Their brain is wired for them to basically be in more of like a fight type of energy than they are to submit. They're more than likely to fight than they are to submit. And so it was one scene where basically when they got ready to pass, when she picked her career that she wanted to go down and go into, and she was like a guardsman. Basically they go and teach these people how to defend the outer, was basically creating these armies or whatever of people to basically live out their agenda of what they wanted, or to enforce the agenda of what they wanted or needed out of the community people. And so basically they broke these people down through fear-based tactics, or made them fight, or made them train to see if they were truly worthy of becoming like one of their soldiers or not. And in the final test, basically they would shoot this like serum into their necks and make them go into like this elusive state. And in this state, they was shown their worst fears, and they would have to basically figure out ways to like conquer these fears. And the people would like basically watch their brain on the big screen, or watch what was going on the big screen, to determine whether these people were like fit or not. And the way that they determined this was to see whether you folded and allowed fear to take over you completely to the point where you basically like died, or would you be in more of a survival mode. And what they were looking for out of people was more so the survivalness. Like they didn't want you to fight the energy. They didn't want you to be so weak to the point where you kind of like did not fight at all. They wanted you to have more of a survival instinct, meaning that you know how to adapt to situations. They rather people who know how to adapt to situations. And so she had a kind of like, she was able to like get out of this elusive state in a short period of time. And because of this, that's how they kind of like would have known that she was a divergent, because the way that she was able to get out of this state was, here go my phone doing the weird shit again. Like they be tapping into my phone and shit, and I hate it, but it is what it is. They're listening all the time anyway, fuck them. But yeah, basically, they wanted to like tap into her, and I feel the energy like shifting around me, like again, that trying to manipulate the energy to like shut you up or whatever. My spirit guides are protecting me at this time, and I am loved, nurtured, and cared for, and I am divine. Nothing that is trying to project itself to me will prosper against me. I am one, and we will win. Yeah, that's how y'all handle that. But basically, they basically the way that they, I just lost myself, you guys. Give me a second. She would basically get out of these states pretty quickly, and the way that she was able to do this was to basically remember that nothing around her was actually real, and so she would calm herself down and say this isn't real, and because of that she was able to get out of these states really quickly or whatever. Basically, the way that they, I feel like in real life, this ties into real life because she reminded me of myself when she was able to do this, because in my dream state, I am able to do this. I normally tell myself that this isn't real and I will wake up or whatever. And I have learned to kind of like manipulate my dreams to where when I am in the mix of what you would consider like a nightmare, or where they're kind of like pulling on my emotions and trying to emotionally drain me or emotionally harvest my energy in different ways, and I have learned to like kind of like beat their tactics and find a way around their tactics or whatever. And because of this, I feel that they don't like that shit. And also, I feel like within our dream state is how they're able to determine whether we are a divergent or not. It's through the way that we handle certain of these attacks and things like that. And so once they notice within the dream state that they have an awakened one, you then become a target because you are a threat to the system. And so I feel that they wanted me to kind of like tap into that movie a little bit to explain that energy, and to also just for you guys to understand the importance of your dream state and know that that is just as real as this reality here. The things that you dream about, the things that you go through within your dream state is definitely real, whether you're dreaming about a past loved one, whether you're dreaming about different traumas that you've been through or went through as well. That's another thing. For those of you who kind of like continue to dream and have like a repetitiveness of a certain pattern or like a certain traumatic experience that you went through, it's like you have to step back and figure out how to beat that energy, figure out what it is that is like what is pulling on your energy in a way of bringing you back to that situation over and over and over again. You know, a lot of times that's like a form of hell in a sense, because when you think about it, hell is like it's like that they put you in these like elusive states to where like you're experiencing a certain thing or a certain point of your life like over and over and over again on repeat. So it's like part of your mental could be trapped in that dimension, and so it's like you have to figure out how to free yourself from that energy. And it is possible, like I'm saying this for a reason, so know that that shit is possible and that you can get through it as well. And yeah, I feel like that's all that I have for you guys. Stay prayed up. Y'all saw that, well, y'all didn't see it, but my phone like will start like flickering at the bottom, or like it's weird. I can't even explain it, but that just started happening to me since I've been recently recording these videos. And so I know that they are like tapping into my phone, and they're tapping and trying to figure and find out things. Pray that energy off, you guys. Use your voice, use your tongue. We are powerful and we are one. And I want you guys to know that, okay? We are powerful and we are one, right? Say it with me. We are powerful, we are one.